I hope you hear me, man. Let me just put it like this. Now, I'm gonna just say just like this again because I don't know if you hear me through the headphones and stuff. So I'm gonna be honest and tell you just like this so you can hear me real clear. Now, I say if a chick if a chick had to go refine her astrological tree, how good is she for hunting to refine herself to save her life and save the life of her family members or save the life of her social equality, to her adequacy, of her education, of her intellect? Because is a chick gonna go to a strip club and go strip, and then next thing you know, niggas wonder why they go in a strip club looking for pussy when they should have had clean pussy and a chick that cared in their life, and then they go into a strip club and see their cousin, their sister, or their mother inside of a strip club taking their clothes off, giving away the family's secrecy and privacy, and because of mythology and matter dealing on celestial earth, dealing with cellular activity, other men are dying because they're being stripped butt naked and losing everything they have at a time in physics of equality. Because remember, certain of the chicks of legacies and lineages look like the astrological empress. So the energy sometimes be dormant within them and also protects them and watches over them and also still acknowledge them and let them know what certain things is going on with their quality of their physical so they could be guided to make the right precise decisions to save their habitation, their energies, of their DNA, of their cellular structure that leads up to celestial activity or on a celestial earth that deals even their dignity and legacy and lineage to the highest empress, to even the telestial and celestial, super mega quantum high, highest beyond highest empresses of all star class astrology constellations, sacred, how can so much other things, solar systems, galaxies, of even jewel stones and elements. Now, how does it feel to know that a family member walks inside of a club one day and then sees his sister or his mother stripping for money, and then wonders and sees like, why are they gonna catch a murder case because another person that knows certain things ain't gonna say nothing? They're just gonna look at a person and lead them to a certain death. Because it's just like, imagine a nigga hustling all his life and then next thing you know finds his sister, or finds his family member that looks like his mother, that been carrying the energy that been causing pimple realities, causing individuals to get sick. Because certain people have the astrological empress energy, my literal wife, and then her energy be so powerful that it has an atmosphere that I already gave her. So it has a time sequencing, and an atmosphere has all time sequences all the way to the future. So you might have generations that have been losing their life from the beginning of time because you had some chick that was voting and just fucking, taking off her close to the wrong individuals, getting abused, used, hurt, disgraced, or fucked up, or using the wrong conduct to one's physical reality, causing the wrong type of influence when they should have been an upright person, causing the correct conduct for enlightenment, equality, of enrichment, secureness, and of loving habitation, especially when it comes to a soulmate of the emperor, especially if you're, and I'm gonna let you know I'm the real rider, real Osiris. So if you're from like 4 feet all the way to 5'5", you're not supposed to be with other guys. I really tell you the truth, especially if you're extreme pretty and sexy. I'm just gonna walk around and say I don't know. I'm just gonna act like I don't know what you're speaking about a certain time. I'll just see something and I just won't say nothing. And then on top of it, you're my literal soul. Because if I made my wife of the real empress of existence, Magi Star Empress, or your earth, or the reason, the continuance of a habitation of like inner points of enlightenment is like acupuncture. So it's like a person that, that has a continuance of the reason of the cellular structure of the habitation of the even the precise conduct of the legacy and lineage, the reason of the dignity and signature. But if you were somebody else and then you causing the wrong type of habitation to weaken the anatomy, and there's a person that's not on your level, because if you're the continuance, just because you're the continuance and you might not be the real empress, there's a reason, because it's like it's like, you ever had somebody have to test their DNA, and then you got to see who they are according to their DNA. It's just like a reflection of their physical reality. So the inner point, even a person of the continuance of one's hormones or fallopian tubes, of one's mental consciousness that forms existence, and of sperm, or how could you say this, how can I say this, uh even your egg cells, of the reason of your growth, of the habitation preparation, to show you the reason of your physical equality of existence, to achieve more than what you are in the physical reality, even shows you why your stomach grows even at a time while you're pregnant for certain individuals, depending on the reality. Because if you're my soulmate, that's just like reconditioning your own love. It's like being gold. It's like being a gold element itself, and then having somebody that comes and snatches your gold, a gold chain that you wear, and then they wonder, when did the family love, or when did the family lose the love of their life, of their natural equality, of their social habitation, because it could have been elements from your precise social economic system of your earth. So if you lose that type of chain, that's somebody that's just taking away your love a certain type of way. So a person in the family has to come down, like, why would you, certain places that happened to you, what did you do, what type of conduct, what occurred, because it's like a reflection of yourself, even in the element at a time, like you're looking in the mirror. So imagine a chick that's in a club stripping, that has to refine an astrological tree, and then next thing you know, you have niggas that just come down, real star beings, and find the continuance of their habitation that's supposed to be making them strength, that they have to come down on the earth that's outside the earth of their purity, because my children have their own planet. So they come down on the earth of their purity, come check, because they feel something's wrong. And if something's already happening naturally in the conduct for their own habitation according to their planet, they have to come check on my planet to see what's going on, because I'm the beginning point of their consciousness, of all dignities, of all social economics, and their honor of the reason that you even are in existence. So when they come check on me to see what the fuck is going on with me, they fucking find you stripping in some club, hanging out with chicks, smoking, fucking up, stripping, taking off your clothes in front of people that never seen their sacredcy or knew their family magic. And then on top of it, a person could have said a prayer, a person could have did something for you in harmony, and then is carrying a certain era, aura, of your physical reality. And because I was about to say era, like, era, like era, but that was a calendar that existed that fell apart because their misbehavior, them not knowing what the fuck happened to their own social economics, and them being a light calendar, and it was a calendar of literal light. And then on top of it, because of them their ignorance, they caused their own stumbling and falling. And then on top of it, because the misconduct of the jealousy of emotions, because they didn't know a certain equality of their existence, they got mad at me, and then caused a Dr. York situation with me, and then ended up fucking up the whole social economics of their existence, that caused their calendar to fall, because they went after the elders of their calendar. And then me educating and loving myself and loving my wife, and then watching my wife being jealous over individuals at a time, not realizing the reason of the light sequences and the things that they were seeing like oracles, and then the things that of the natural, look at this, of natural conduct, even of electricity, and even of consecration, not realizing what was fucking up their life, and being a calendar of light, because other people was doing things that they couldn't believe. And then look at this, I made the earth, then I made consecration to cover the earth, so the earth, individuals don't have to work in filth and then go in a house and then have to track even mud. So I worked so hard that I even covered the earth to even have protection. But because of the stupidity of my wife not realizing the reason of my equality and the things I'm doing, and I did it myself, fucked everything up for her in life and her calendar. So that's how come the era calendar fell. But it was so much wrong conduct concerning them because of the ignorance of elements and the natural fusion of their physical reality, dealing with natural habitations of their purity of their own social economics and reflection of their own consciousness and their own habitation to their physical reality. So, other, things happen to a certain calendar like that. That was too bad for them. But, I'm just gonna say to other calendars, it's just like imagine a chick, imagine being a feminine being that has to give inspiration to cause the right conduct for influence for the quality of your own security and safety so you don't get caught, murdered, shot, raped, or hurt. And then you could be with your precise soulmate because if you carry the right type of mind frame, it's just like anatomy. It's like if you have a depth of reality. This is what I told some black people are deterioration in the physical reality because if you start letting your mind demoralize and cause the wrong type of guidance or conduct, it causes a deterioration of the physical reality. So it causes deterioration to one's nervous system, to one's physical reality of matter that causes one's that leads you into like a pitchfork to doing the wrong thing or a certain type of wrong conduct. So if you want the precise conduct to be upright, to make sure that you're living upright and doing the things that you're supposed to do a certain type of way, you have to be healthy in one's consciousness and nervous system that controls the operations of your physical body. Even when it comes to your fallopian tubes, even when it comes to your eggs, your heartbeat, your generating, moving your foot, your physical reality, the natural chemistry of your body. Now, if you have family members that walk into a club, sees that you demoralizing yourself for value because of ignorance of other people, instead of trying to inspire individuals not to even be in that type of predicament, for you could be able to have more value of conduct for your physical, for you could be with literally your soulmate, because it's just like if you have to, it's like, pardon me my language for saying this, but if you had to wash your pussy and you had to go get douche, and then you have a person that's in life that's supposed to refine you, and then you over there wasting time with other individuals that's causing deterioration to your pussy, that ain't your soulmate, that just causing more irritation to your nervous system and to your empress, and then it's causing foul aromas, foul odors, and all type of situations, and then causing individuals to get into the wrong type of conduct or the wrong type of reflection even of their physical reality. And I'm the precise reflection of the love. So another person causing a wrong type of reflection in the physical reality, causing deteriorations or certain other forms or certain type of ways, and then another person's helping you to correct it. And then if you're the earth and you're going against it, and then speaking about this, because my quality was pure when it landed over here on the earth, so now I don't know what happened to it, right? So now it's just like a person. I'm the life bearer, so I'm just letting you know exactly. You listen. I jerk off and you get crystalline snow, crystal snow, diamond. Fuck around. I could jerk off and make the snow have diamond chemistry that'll form a literal diamond in snow if I wanted to. That's how wonderful my DNA is and my melanin is, because I have melanin. I'm the only one on this whole earth that has this. So imagine me doing that, and then on top of it, then I come around and I'm looking at things that's deteriorating, that would deteriorate my quality. So why do it? I wouldn't do it. It don't make no sense to do something like that, because it's bad enough. The one time I was in Kenya, I'm in North Dakota, but it was one time I was in Kenya, I jerked off and it was nothing but crystal. So I literally made crystal gem. I'm not gonna tell you type of snow quality. I just know if the chemistry was if the chemistry was naturally, how can I say this, pressured the precise way it was supposed to be pressured, you would have had a real jewel of quality. I naturally turn gems into diamonds also, if I wanted to. And I'm the only one that does that naturally with my body chemistry on the whole earth. So what is that telling you? So now imagine that. Now I do something like that naturally, and I just choose not to do it at times because I don't want to waste my energy or my mortality for individuals that's irresponsible. because I'm not gonna have a person trying to head crack me or murder me or steal the reason of my existence of my wife, because they'll never be able to do it to me, but steal my existence of my wife that'll cause deterioration to other social economic systems and planets, and the reason that you learn about social economics and equality of value. So think about this. Now imagine if a chick that's out in a strip club stripping, if you could go out and strip and hunt for get individuals to come to you just to be happy for a certain physical equality. Now, how about this? If you knew you had to you attracted the wrong type of situation because you were so a person said they were so magnetized, they attracted a wrong type of habitation for equality, just for individuals that didn't care, that was giving money away to individuals that was already demoralizing themselves. So they're already looking at you like a loss, and then on top of it, their mentality and won't care about you a certain type of way because you done expose your physical reality and being an intank on the earth. That's even a more dangerous situation. But how about this? If you knew you had to go wash your pussy and go buy a douche to fix your body chemistry for you won't run around smelling up the atmosphere, so why couldn't you go find an individual that was supposed to refine you if you're extreme pretty and sexy, or extreme pretty, sexy, wonderful chick in the physical reality? And my star being sons, if they come out here and then they start having sex with you, that's a person that just killed their own love. They're already dying because another person done killed them. It's just like having an atmosphere. It's like having an atmosphere and then a chick stripping then killed the whole family because she wore the Empress energy at times and then other men that try to influence the Empress, their own earth, to their social comfort that secures them, to their conscience, the reason of their neural activity, to their anatomy of their matter, of receptive fibers of their physical and of their visual virtue reality of high habitation or respiration or humidity to their physical that generates forms of cellular activity that turns into matter for they can even be able to walk in a physical conduct and cause a natural vibration even within the chemistry or atmosphere within themselves. This is why you have aromas or a certain type of fragrances, and then individuals wonder what the fuck, what if you could influence your own earth to strip naked and wonder why you living hard, why you dying in the paradigm, why is your quality being given away? Yo, listen, people that don't be considerate about certain things. Listen, let me show you how real this is. I already got shot in a paradigm of time, in a civil war, because individuals' education and individuals. I'm the real Dr. York. After the situation happened to me, don't think about stack bundles, because you'll wonder who stack is really. I don't even gotta tell you, right? Oh, okay. I made wonderful entertainment in the paradigm also. But now think about this. Now, individuals, and then my own child, when he got shot, he should go find out how come I could have a dream about him. And then think about this. I already got shot speaking about this to show you the consecration being penetrated and broken at a time, because of the fact is me being shot in a paradigm because of civil war of me trying to defend the natural social economic equality, because I ran all the natural correctional facilities. I educated all international security. I built all the construction for individuals to live in habitation, raised children throughout the paradigm of time, and then on top of it, had a form of sacredcy for their equality, for their consciousness, so they wouldn't be vulnerable, so their martial arts and their magic to their mythology and metaphysics could still be vibrating in the natural chemistry on the earth, so the earth wouldn't die, and then when the atmosphere wouldn't give out, and then individuals wouldn't just die of natural deterioration through time. A person that will cause deterioration is a person that's going against everything I've set off in a natural conduct from me and my wife, and the continuance of our love of the physical habitation to re-strengthening and refining the natural chemistry. Now, my sons are supposed to deal with girls that's like 7, 8, and up 712. They're not even supposed to deal with a certain sequences of numbers, because my sons, if they do a mythology and metaphysics where you learn about the higher consciousness of life, why you go to church, why you have science, why you learn about social equality, social economics, why you learn about magnetism, laws of attraction, universal laws, why you learn about electricity. So all these type of things that lead up to the higher forms of mythology of science, of one's physical character, of the physical conduct, even officers learning about rapid fire, the reason of reflection elements, and the speed barrier, how can a sound barrier, the reason it reflects and repels in forms of light, the reason from what you would call it, a combustion of natural chemistries like atoms that form up to higher chemistries of the physical reality. All these things are for a reason. So now, if a person educated you, I educated the whole world for this type of equality. Now, if a person, my sons have to be able to deal with chicks that's taller than them, because if they open the door and there's a magical door to their sacredcy or their sanctuary or the reason of their natural temple or the reason of their own social economics, that they'll be able to handle the deterioration if they're learning about their own equality of physics, so they could be able to be conditioned to be able to survive for a longer time. It's just like strengthening your muscle. So it's the same thing. If a chick is smaller, is it because what am I? I'm doing exactly the reflection of my wife that's strengthening her anatomy a certain type of way. So when she's within herself, she's not being a hindrance. She's moving on a level that could level out and be able to sustain her own equality and still be able to survive, even if she had to recover in her martial arts to heal her cellular structure precisely, even when it came to physics. And this is why you learn about social equality and inspiration. And how can I tell you this? And a person that makes a person confident, loving, growing in the physical reality. When you demoralize that type of situation, even to the point of your consciousness, it's like weakening the cellular structure or the natural current conduct of even the energies of the physical reality, and then one won't be able to heal or recover. So one has to be able to heal and recover to the physical reality. So one has to know how to. So, like I said, so one has to know how to be able to heal and recover, because one has to know how to heal and recover to the natural conduct of their physical reality. So if they're doing a form of meditation, so my wife manifests within herself and she can walk around on the earth, heal her habitation to her physical, and then go back into the spiritual realm, or just live a point of equality with me where we strengthen certain things so much that we just continue moving into and carrying the social economics, just like her martial arts, for she can even strengthen her muscles or even the cellular structure and the continuance of our love in the physical reality outside of us, to even strengthen the chemistry of the current conduct of the social reality. So, it's a wonderful deep thing when it comes to me and my wife, but if she tries to do it with somebody else, that's another person demoralizing her, because that's not her soulmate. That's a person that's just causing her death. And then nobody been a slave to a person that has a social economic empress, a magi star empress higher than them, even the stars. So if them to do that, that would be like a literal disease that's in the heavens, and it would have to be dealt with or taken away by other people's social equality, because nobody wants to take a chance of having another star being out there that's viewing their empress's privacy at a high altitude, longitude, or latitude, and causing destruction to their physical reality or their social equality, and then causing the end of their life when they could live a happier life and all my children have planets. So they would have to literally get rid of that. So, a person just want to know where's it happened. There's no covering up for situation. Or did it happen over there? Then get rid of it, because that shit's going to kill you. And if it took you by you, it's just like a disease is spreading a certain type of way in your social habitation. And if you're covering it up, it's just going to be fucked up for you, wondering how come you looking like that at the time. And when you think you got your hand on it, you're going to find out that person does a higher form of mythology, and the deterioration just didn't manifest in the physical form until you do your filter. And by then, you got to be careful because you don't want to open the door and be overwhelmed or make your own empress mad at you, or you already be doing certain magic in the physical reality, and then a person naturally reacting on a parallel reality to your magic, and then next thing you know, causing fucked up social equality a certain type of way, and then doesn't say nothing to you when they realize certain things in themselves and endangers you more because you're already weak trying to heal the habitation and trying to manipulate this to be able to heal, and then next thing you know, you cause your own devastation and death because the other situation realizes and then it fucks you up even more because you're already moving around frivolous. And then if it tries to cover up the equality, it's just like healing. If you have bad cellular structure, you ever seen Ninja Assassin? If a person has bad cellular structure, they gotta heal it. It heals. But if you heal it the wrong way, it's gonna be fucked up. It'll end up fucked up equality. So the cellular structure won't be able to heal to the preciseness to have the right conduct. So that person will always be looked upon like a disease. So they have to be able to even humble themselves for you to heal. And if they're already wrong, they just got to make sure that you know that they looked upon a certain type of way in remembrance. So when they come back a certain type of way, they can come back through their purity. And the only way they can come back to real purity, unless me and my wife really have sex. But if another person tries to recondition me and my wife love, it's like fucking it up even more on a certain degree and level. Now, how about if I don't want to bother to go a degree and level out my way when I got some other conduct to go do at the other time? This is why there's time sequences and time zones to let you know about altitude, longitude, latitude, the degree points, even of the leveling of the physical reality, because I might not have time to want to do certain things. I've been teaching and doing this for so long, I don't want to do it all the fucking time. So if a person's doing something, don't make me mad. Don't discourage me and cause to make the situation worse because I'm the physical point of all physical reality. If I'm thinking about it wrong, my wife is already gonna be feeling wrong about it. And then on top of it, the continuous our habitations is gonna be one of it don't make no sense to react like that because the fact is you have to have your conscience on point. You don't want your conscience being stupid and causing you to die or get caught slipping, and then you really think about being sorry, like, oh my God, I'm the one that caused this to Ralph. Ralph is the real Ralph Cyrus. That's our fucking father. How could I cause the wrong conduct and cause the nigga to go off, and then the nigga could have had a wonderful life for all of us, and all of us could have had a wonderful life just by the way he thinks and feels if we would have just did everything we were supposed to do to make him happy, and then the world would have changed, and then everybody could have been happy. You could have been having pussy in your own family and dignity a certain type of way, and then everything would have been okay. I'm the literal Mirak, and they call miracle, that I could literally come make something with my wife a certain type of way, inner point of light, and strengthen her a certain type of way, make something even more wonderful, then nobody would, and everybody have to learn the quality of the wonderful thing I did a certain type of way. And then on top of it, it could be brand new, like a brand new feeling. Because once I feel a fresh feeling, it's like old people that comes outside, they start doing cartwheels and flips, break dancing in front of people like, woo, the nigga was feeling good today. And they start break dancing, flipping, they start feeling young. And then people look at them like, yo, how these old people moving like that? Some of the mythology I did for them already keeps them alive. Because some of them already knew their dietary habit, the mythology I did for them, it keeps them alive. And then I have the generations that knows about the rejuvenation of the cycles of life because their oaths was to be rejuvenated because they knew that I was the reason of the point of their consciousness. So they keep rejuvenating their empress because the survival soul is like a brand new adventure. So they don't got to live through the misery because if something happens, it's just like being on the run. They don't want to be on the run a certain type of way all the time. So they want to be able to live a new life and don't have to worry. And if they had to correct something for their own self, like their mother had or me has to correct the situation, they'll be able to follow their points of physics. So I had wonderful children. I have children that didn't realize, and I have new generations, like new cells, because of new things that happen, of new chemistry that develops that I already said. For individuals is to be able to maintain the level of the physical reality for one's habitation of social economics and natural atmosphere. Now, but if you have people that wants to deteriorate the atmosphere and they just want to blame people because they want power, they want to know, that's too bad for them because now that's when you're going to know I was upset, stressed, or somebody else was trying to stress my mind and causing upset because they're a bacterial virus, and then they probably ran into the wrong methodology of science, and then they're running around hiding, fucking up life because they're mad because they're not the purity of the situation. And then a person, if they already did the wrong thing to me, once I know about something, I might not even want to fuck with them. And the next thing you know, they're fucking up everybody's social equality, and everybody might have another higher social equality. It's just like learning a part of your calendar, and then one day you see you're a certain type of way, the next day you're a certain type of way. But if you keep on hanging out with people that caused you to be a certain type of way when you learn your mythology and calendars, then if those people don't want you to be happy, why is that? Probably because you might be powerful at the time. It's just like you ever watch Rush Hour when they said the families that was gonna be the ruling families. Everybody has a point of their social economics that's ruling because of natural conduct to the enlightenment of even the empress or the inner point of enlightenment that rejuvenates the point and position of their social economics, even according to their star clusters, astrology, or constellations, to the points of their enlightenment of the body movement of the higher reality of one's intellect, of one's physical reality. As above, so below, as above. So I know what I'm speaking about. So, but if another person's fucking up the reality, it's just like if I walk around, I feel like I'm in danger. Yo, it's like the wrong thing. Yo, you can't have the wrong chemistry around me. You can't. Can you heal? It's like being a doctor. How you gonna be able to heal if you letting certain chemistry around me? You don't want the situation even getting towards endangering me, my physical, to endanger your nervous system. It don't make no sense because that's the only way you're gonna be able to heal. It's nothing to have. It's even better. It's just like it's just like Ninja Assassin. You see how he started throwing up just start doing it, and his wound just goes whoop one time. Another person said, "Why he able to do that around me?" Because I was healing at a certain time sequence according to their situation, and they were just able to heal naturally, rapidly, and a person not gonna tell them what I was doing a certain type of way. Because that was none of their business. If a person's trying to find out, it don't matter. The feeling that I feel is wonderful. So it doesn't matter to what another individual is doing, because another person wants me to have a certain type of outlook because they already know they did so much fake things to the quality, and then they only got into a certain science. And then you have people in time that took a certain oath, and it carries out through the paradigm of time. It's just like a stripper that looks just like an empress, and then next thing you know, she's stripping and then revealing the sacredcy of everybody killing people for generations. And people wonder, and it's a dangerous thing because she's already an intake. It's like an earth, but it's an intake. It's like even more dangerous. So then, and then a man says, a person that takes a certain type of oath because a certain type. And you're not going to keep stopping the camera and I'm speaking. It's just like a person that takes a certain type of oath is even more, it's like an intake. A feminine being that's like a stripper is even more dangerous in the physical reality because she's like an earth, but she's an intake. But we're dealing with cellular activity. So if she's already stripping, causing the revealing or causing the explosion of sacredcy or privacy, what's gonna happen? And then how about she's giving the wrong quality out to individuals? She's causing the disease literally in people's reality. It's just like a person selling their soul and not caring about about the family's equality of physics. It's just like a person just gotta find it because it's like it'll be the end of their physical reality at the time. Because that's a person really killing it's like if the Empress energy comes on them and habitates, and then they turn into a stripper and take off their clothes and then reveals the sacredcy to other social economics. It's like, how about all the martial arts that was done at the time? So other people will be scheming to how they. You ever watch like medieval times, like when the Dark Ages, when individuals used to go to the castles and they come with the big battering ram and just boom, boom, and then a person have to be there like this, and then they're just trying to repel the situation. All this pushing out like and they're shielding and putting a shield around the situation, just like and they're putting a force like forcing in their physical reality for individuals who won't break through a certain type of way. Same type of situation, because it's just accumulating through time. But if a person's not knowing their social economics, they don't know about their history, they don't know the reasons of their dignity, what's going on, then a person just be vulnerable. It's just like disease walking around outside and you wondering like, yo, listen, that shit is just fucked up. Yo, listen, and then the person wondering and another person because of them reconditioning of love. It's just like a person having sex with another chick, having kids, and the kids ended up being deteriorations, causing diseases, ignorance, negligence, all the type of erratic emotions to time in a person. Why? Because another person didn't care about, it wasn't their purity. I knew my purity, and my purity is different because my purity can't. And I ain't heighten. I'm such on a high level. I heighten certain individuals a certain type of way. Even when I'm having sex, it even has to be precise a certain type of way. Sometimes I had to cover myself. Once I got shot and yours getting shot, I had to cover my own anatomy a certain type of way so it reflects precisely to the love I'm giving the person. They'll have a precise quality so they don't even go over my empress or their precise empress of the physical reality. Either way they look at it, just in case another person try to be a scumbag and try to give me his frivolous situation that's half and half over there, half and half, half and half, half and so that situation when it happened a certain type of way, my situation would be precisely all the way through all nervous systems of the physical reality. It would be precise, and then the person would have enough time and strength to gather together to come find out why they were trying to fuck up my reality and trying to demoralize me and trying to take advantage of the family and find out who did it and who has the situation to what I'm supposed to really have, or to what the nourishment I'm having, or whatever situation, or who's causing the situation in a certain type of way, so they would be all right. But you know, hey, I had to be smart for myself. Another person didn't care. You have chicks that wants to know this type of information because they want to go back in the future on some time travel and do certain things, but they already did certain other things. So it's like a disease trying to get at me like a martial art blow at the time. But they're already taking an oath to another individual. It's just like when you watch the Hercules cartoon when I was Zeus, and also other individuals setting their realities for them for their physics, and then Fancy was inside and said, "Oh, I sold my soul to Hades." Then he's like me looking at my wife like, yo, this is somebody who's sitting just somebody sat in your house, somebody was sitting in your pussy, you hanging out with girls with stink pussy just sat in your, where did you go? Where did you go wash your clothes? What the fuck happened? Well, you know, I had to ask all type of questions and shit. This fucking bitch comes home and tells me she has sold her soul and shit. Like she has told I sold my soul to Hades. Like, yo, we're her parents and we're looking at the bitch at the time, and my wife doesn't even know I'm a certain type of way. She just knows that, you know, I'm a higher being a certain type of way, and my daughter's going to a high society school, and then and then she says she sold her soul and shit, and I'm looking at my wife like, yo, that bitch, yo. The bitch says she don't even care about us, like, yo, just die, right? She just told us all type of shit. Like, now everybody in high society knows her. Now, is it gonna be? You think if we handle the situation, people's gonna make a fuss or ruckus about the situation? How do you feel they educated about the social economics? Do I really gotta go? I'm thinking to myself, my wife, not even knowing, do I really gotta go call my real wife? Just in case situations happen, so it ends up in some type of Armageddon that we just blow through everybody a certain type of way. Like, you know, what's gonna be the situation and stuff? So it's just like, you know, so much funny situations. But if a chick is taking off her clothes and a stripper, she's exposing her whole family. Because imagine if my wife is the earth that has a time sequence. I gave her atmosphere, has all type of time sequences. If she exposed herself, it's like killing everybody one time. So a person, you can't look for favoritism a certain type of way, because if my wife does that, in continuance of the habitation of our daughter, she's still my wife because she's the precise situation of my wife. And then she's just in a cycle, not realizing what's going on, and she's mad at situation. So if people's doing that on purpose, hey, you know something, man, sometimes certain things happen to certain people, good for them. That has nothing to do with me. But I already got shot, and because all the wonderful development I already did all type of ways, and then you have people that learn certain things that want to develop, and then their anatomy is not meant to develop, and then it causes a natural conflict even in anatomy, even in consecration of concrete, or even in the elements, because the elements only recognize me because the world and all existence was made off of me, and I just made other forms of my love, the continuous of myself, so it doesn't recognize me, but I recognize myself. So you can't steal. It's like, if you're trying to steal my power or trying to be me, you're like a literal disease. Then on top of it, I already set the future, made it, got shot. And then even if I listen to frequencies of myself, I can't be looked upon like a disease to myself because I already set the future. And then I came right back in here, precise time, because I got shot. And even to show you that in the physics, my quality is a certain type of way. And then I already knew that. And then on top of it, when I'm looking for something I know for a fact, and another person can't say even nothing to me a certain type of way. So if my wife goes back in time, say she's saving me, it's just like I'm wondering who she made a vow to, or who she sexed, or tried to manipulate, that sent her to come manipulate and find out. It's like she's being a spy. It's like trying to find out information about me. And I'm looking at her like, I can't believe it. And this is what led up to the situation that I'm in now. So it's just like looking at her like, oh my God, like you became a real disease of somebody else because another person gave you some hard thrusting wrong conduct, and then you just tried to fuck up the quality of the sacredness, and you came all the way back to show that must have means you must have revealed so much magic to somebody that you should have never revealed it to, because our children that was the stars were complete. They would never have to be looking for more quality a certain type of way. That's something else. That's another. That's like a fallen star that wants to become a rising star another time, and then I'm on top. I'm actually recovering on the earth, and I didn't rise, and another person wants to rise. That's a person that's gonna kill the whole family or other social economics. I'm the only one that has to rise, and after that is who I pick and choose to be in my kingdom, or not even my kingdom, of the reason of my luxury, of knowing the reason of intellect. So that's how real my situation is. Buzz Ralph and JR, the real Rob. But hey, whatever, man. But like I said, where, too bad I found out you were a fucking werewolf and you were acting like a fucking weirdo, and then you tried to manipulate me because Golden them is just acting funny because they just want to know the reasons of the precise degree or probably the habitation of the gold. And then on top of it, mean that he probably disrespected my wife a certain type of way. And let you know, I never trusted the individual with certain knowledge of the gold, even of his own element, because I had a feeling that some of them might have did certain things. So I was smarter than that situation. Not even my wife knows certain things. So she's going to just beat around the bush a certain type of way. And she doesn't care because she's the real situation. So it's going to always be okay for her, but everybody else that tries to do something fucked up is going to be fucked up for them. So I don't even care. So it's like she shouldn't even care. So it's just like knowing that she got a pimple that just can't go back up ever again after that. So, good for you, man. Good for y'all fucked up individuals. I'm talking about the 10 astrological jewel empresses. I favored you a certain type of way, but I never knew that you were going to be the reason of just coming to find out of the reason of rags, edge bleeding, shield, disgrace of the physical reality that caused certain things to their economics, and then look at the things that happen with that. My wife, if I call her, man, I'm just going to call the one that's going to collapse all of you that really did wrong. So, I know you don't know all the quality, and she's not going to let you know all the quality because she's looking like a Tybo Jean-Claude Van Damme boxer right now that just wants to dip her hand into some glue glass and just fuck you up for a living and shit. So I'm not gonna get into it, but good for y'all though. But whatever happens, whatever, man. So, I'm just go by my own equality. But if you have a chick that knew she had to refine her astrological tree, and just because another person's claiming to be a jewel, they're not a refining. They're just actually dipping you into a sequence, it's just like causing jewels to be stolen. How come in physics, even in physics, from point 0 to 10, how is jewels being stolen or people of equality being stolen at a time? Listen, I have my own earthen habitation. I have individuals that be brought to me for I can refine the consciousness of their intellect because I'm the one that had to heal all existence in case of emergency, so individuals can be able to heal even to their cores because I'm the core of all physical reality, of all social economics. So I had to conquer certain situations, even of myself, a certain type of way, even in time and anatomy and sequence for my wife because certain martial art blows that was even given to my children, so it hindered the situation. So I had to do certain things for them because some of my wives are not coming out and another person can't know the sacredcy, the reason of the real Magi Star Empress. So I had to heal a certain type of way for her. So now a person says, and the only person that could have did it is me because I'm a real fucking husband, not the child, a real fucking husband. So now I'm just saying like this now, right? Now check this out, man. Another person couldn't have did this situation, so it was only me, Ralph Lynn. So all these little fucking stones and all these little shits that you put on the floor don't mean nothing because that's just death to you instantly. So if you're trying to manipulate elements that already know what's going on with me, don't make no sense, and they're gonna kill you just for that. So if you want to enter the element, you just die in there and they'll just turn into tar. Don't worry about it, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too much into the science. Don't worry about it because your ass just need to be a hot black substance because the space empress just wants to fuck you up and just push such a wind and cause your ass to just collapse a certain type of way. Things that you don't need to know, that I already know, but you don't need to know. But you know, I'm just gonna tell you just like this, man. You know, I'm just gonna be real. I'm just gonna be real with you. You know, to all y'all other fucking weirdos. Another person says, "Why do you have even people that even lose jewelry or stolen jewels?" Because you have people of physical equality, that's real jewels, through time. Because other individuals that do scumbag shit is just like a person that has gold. And if a person snatched a person gold chain, it's like stealing your own love. Because if you're an element of a social economics and you have a certain type of habitation to your chemistry, to your physical or your covering, and if somebody snatches your chain, it's the same thing like taking away your love. Same thing. But if you coming over here, it's like refining your consciousness so you can remember who you are, what was really going on. Now, if you make the choice to go be with somebody else instead of me, that's just like, you know, no wonder you got snatched. So that person that made it over all the way over here just to have sex with you in any social economic system on any planet was a person that probably really killed you, and it wasn't your love, because your love would never kill you once you live a longer time. So a person that's claiming to love you is just really deteriorating your magic of your anatomy of the force that you had a long time ago, and you're never being able to have it on that level like you had it before, and that person is deteriorating you, and the more they coming after you is like being a fucking male stalker or a person that just raping a girl in some basement for no fucking reason, and it's causing a fucked up physical reality. Now you have people that already wanted to cause entrapment because they wanted me just to even be a part of certain type of quality, and I didn't want to get down a certain type of way. So you got mad, individuals got mad about that, and I got shot over things like that, over a civil war. So, you know, the funny things about the situation, and then when you have people, there's a natural deterioration that this kid is doing it. It's just like people that did real robberies, that robbed the empress, that really was deteriorating social equality. This is why you learn about the physical science. You have people that just take oaths that just didn't care about people in life. You know, just wants to do fucked up things. They're just living for the moment. And another person gotta tell them what the fuck is going on. Like, yo, you live for the moment. Then that's like a forever battle, man. Like my wife, I don't know what the fuck she was thinking when she did that. Like, her own magic. If there's nobody left in the equality to do that to, what's gonna happen to my wife? That all that shit's gonna backlash at her. It ain't gonna come at me because it's gonna know better than to come at me because it has to live. So it's gonna backlash at her because she's the second in command. So it's just like, it's like not being an empress no more. You don't want to be demoted or demoralized because other people doing demonic or demoralized science or metaphysics or mythology, right? So a funny thing, right? Listen, I don't want to show you too much about the situation, so I'm gonna just try to show you a certain type of way. But if you even see, I'm over here, but I didn't even know there was a news place over here, and I just walked over by the news place. This is the first time I'm really seeing that situation. That's funny, and listen to everything I'm telling you and stuff. The natural elements are attracting me a certain type of way with the light frequency, and then another person's probably pulling certain type of conduct, and they're probably doing something wrong. You got probably people that's already taking advantage of social equality, that's doing fucked up things, and then on top of it, it's like I'm saving the world being blind and telling you things that you wouldn't even believe. And I'm just actually passing through a certain type of way. I really don't want to show you where I'm at a certain type of way and stuff, but yo, my nigga, when I'm telling you so real, it's just like I have to show you something, my nigga. I'll just tell you this, my nigga. This shit says news, my nigga. Believe me or not, my nigga, you know, I'm telling you, hey, you'll find out for yourself. You know, I'll show you the street, but I'm not gonna show you where I'm at. I'm not gonna show you because it says, you know, I'm not gonna do certain other things a certain type of way, because you know. But I'll be real with you, that's kind of fucked up, homie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's kind of for real, my nigga, for real. I'm just telling you how real the situation is, man. It's just like, you know, hey, man. You know, you probably have somebody doing the wrong